Welcome to International Securities Exchange's podcast series. Facilitated by renowned educators, ISE podcasts are intended to teach beginning as well as seasoned investors the ins and outs of trading. To find an updated list of podcasts, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts. Please be sure to listen to our important message following this episode regarding the risks of investing in exchange-traded options.
And makes sense because they have zero interest rates already. So when nobody really wants to be invested in Japan when things are going well, but when things are going much better, then they want to be elsewhere. But you'll notice that the Canadian dollar looks a lot like the Brazilian real, because again, this is dollar against Brazilian real, dollar against the Mexican peso. Now it is a little bit different. You're right. It's a little bit. Canadian's a little bit different than the Swiss franc. And it is now, it's also different against the British pound, definitely, and it's different against the euro. What this is saying is, again, if the world goes into another credit crisis or a problem, where most people want to hide, do they want to hide in the Canadian bond market or the American bond market? I think you're going to say, well, if there's going to be a lot of fear, they're going to want to be in the U.S. bond market. But if it's going to be a slow-moving market, they're going to probably want to be in Canada. At least that's what the skew charts say. So, Andrew, good question. And I hope you're using the skew charts. I know you're a frequent visitor or listener to the ISE webinars, and I hope you're using the skew charts. David has another question. What's the longest term options that are available? We don't have leaps, but we do have, I think we go out as far as 10 months. So, Dave, so close enough. The problem is the bid-ask spreads get a little wider out there. I'm going to give everyone one more minute. We've gone for about an hour, which is what I had hoped. Oh, David, I'm sorry, how do you use option skew in trading? How I like to use the option skew is to understand where the market is looking for huge changes in volatility, and that way you get to understand if the currency pair will move in an orderly or an inorderly fashion. And as I said, in most cases, if the dollar is going to rally, it's going to probably rally in a very jagged or a very sharp move, and if it's going to sell off, it will sell off slowly. At least that's the way the option traders are expressing it today. All right, I guess I think I've answered all your questions. And one thing I do want to remind everyone is that I travel throughout North America. And if you have a group that's large enough, I'll come and I'll visit your group, whether it's online like I did today or in person. So take my email address. You have a big enough group, I definitely don't mind doing it. In fact, I'll do this again for another group or whoever. If you found it useful, it's really not a big deal to put this together. My colleague and I spent a little bit of time putting this together, and I'm glad you all enjoyed it. My email address is smeizinger@ise.com. And you see it right there, SMEIZINGER@ISE.com. And don't forget us at FXOptions.com. We think it's the place to be for FX options. And let's hope the volume stays nice and strong. The bid-ask spreads stay tight, and we can find some trading opportunities. Avery, thank you. I want to thank Avery. I want to also thank David. You guys helped put this together. I want to thank Andrew for his great questions. And Mary had a couple great ones. Thanks, Greg. Everybody that participated, thank you. You made the webinar great, and I want to thank you. So on behalf of the International Securities Exchange, this is Steve Meizinger, wishing you a safe and happy trading day tomorrow. I want to remind you that tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern, one of our more popular presenters, John Person, will be talking about using candles and pivots to predict price moves, and that's at 4:30 Eastern. Please don't miss it. So you can sign up at fxoptions.com. It'll be a great presentation. John always does a great job. Again, I want to thank everyone, and please visit us at fxoptions.com. This is Steve Meizinger wishing you a very safe and happy trading day tomorrow. Take care on behalf of the ISE.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To find more podcasts on options, stocks, alternative markets, and market data, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts.